For this raspberry sorbet, it just uses 3 basic ingredients: fresh raspberries, sugar, fresh squeezed lemon juice, and a little bit of hot water. We're going to start with the hot water, and we need a 1/4 cup of just hot tap water. So let's get that in here. Sugar. And our freshly squeezed lemon juice. Most recipes will take this on the stove top and simmer it until that sugar is dissolved, and it's totally fine to do it that way. I prefer to do it this way because the sugar will still dissolve, which is what you need before you add it to your raspberry puree, but it doesn't take as long to cool because you're not starting with super hot liquid. All right, I like to get this started in here, scrape down the side so that all of those little sugar crystals are inside the liquid. And we're going to set this aside for right now. Oops, I've got a little seed in there. Let's get that guy out. We're going to set this aside for now and come back to it and keep checking it. Now, if you don't want to kind of wait around for that, or you feel like you need something more, put it on the stove top just until it's completely dissolved, or start with hotter water than tap water. Right now, we are just swimming in fresh raspberries, and we picked this and more this morning. So this is one of my favorite things to make during the summertime. I've already measured out a couple of cups of raspberries in here, and I don't wash my raspberries, mostly because we grow them. We don't add any sort of pesticides or sprays to our raspberries at all. It's not in a dusty area, so there's not really a lot of dust on these. But I do pick through them because there are some small bugs that get on there from time to time. So I just want to make certain that I don't have any of those. And these go into a food processor. You could also use a blender, or you could mash these by hand. The food processor pureed the raspberries, but there's all sorts of seeds in there. And to make really smooth sorbet, we don't want any of those seeds. I use a fine meshed sieve. Just dump all this in here. This liquid to strain out of here, but you can tell this is super slow. So I have a little trick that makes this really fast and really easy. And I just use the bottom of a soup ladle. And I go around and around the sieve, and it helps push all the liquid through. And the seeds are too big to fit through those little holes. Completely dry in there. And it just takes no time at all just doing this. All right, so what I need to do is I've rinsed off my spatula so there's no seeds on it. And I just want to scrape off the outside, making sure we get all of that pulp in there. So let's check our sugar water. We want it to be completely dissolved. If we don't dissolve all that sugar now, it's going to leave a little bit of a graininess in the sorbet. So I usually feel it. I can feel a few small little crystals in there still, and I see some on the side of the measuring cup. So I really want to make sure I get that scraped down. All that sugar off of there. If you're losing your patience or don't have the time, pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds and see what it does. Oh, it's getting close. We have our pureed raspberries in here, and we're going to add that sugar water right into it. Give it a good stir. This gets covered, has to be chilled for at least 2 hours, and then we're going to come back and churn it. The idea for refrigerating this is you want it completely chilled. So at least 2 hours. The other key is that your ice cream bowl is fully frozen. If you shake it, you shouldn't hear any jiggling or feel any jiggling in there. My bowl takes at least 12 hours in the deep freeze to be fully frozen. Okay, this just goes straight in. Mixer goes in. And my mixer Takes about 20 minutes. Okay, this is completely done. You can tell it's got a lot of thickness to it. It's no longer runny, but it is very, very soft. So this has to go into the freezer. You could eat it right now. It's just that it's very soft and it's going to melt very quickly. You'd have difficulty forming a scoop with it. So we put it in the freezer to cure or harden. Or that usually takes about 2 hours. But you can pull it out whenever you need to. You can see how soft that is. It's just turning soupy very, very quickly. So this is going straight into my deep freeze for 2 hours before we're going to scoop it up and enjoy it. Wow. Woohoo! It's just not summer until you've made a batch of homemade raspberry sorbet.